So it is a beautiful spring morning, just beautiful. It is around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about 9:30 a.m. and it is April 23rd. So I thought I would just walk through here real quick and show you guys what's growing in the container garden. I also will show you some of my seedlings. Now most of all of these are herbs. However, I do have a little potato grow bag I'm trying out on the deck here this year. Now first, I just want to show you these little pots here. I like to reuse some hanging pots, which I have bought flowers in before. However, I usually have to go back and add more drainage holes because sometimes they just get too waterlogged if I don't. And so here is a little nasturtium coming up, and I don't normally plant these before my last frost date, but since they're in a container I can easily bring them in if we have a frost which will kill them. So if you want to know how to grow nasturtiums, I did a video on that and you're welcome to check it out. They're just a real pretty edible flower. Okay, so here are some of my herbs. They're all just doing really well. We had a wonderful rain over the weekend. Actually, I think it was a record rainfall for our area. There was so much, I don't even know how many inches, maybe 5 or 6 inches in one weekend. But the plants are going to dry out a little bit this week because we have some warm temperatures headed our way. Should be in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is the time of year where all of my plants will really just take off. Now I have some empty containers here because I'm saving room for basil. So that is what most of my empty containers are for. But I have, some lavender here and sage. My thyme is doing great. Rosemary, and then my tarragon that I divided, and I showed you that in my last container tour on my perennials. Here are the other couple of plants I got out of there. So they're just doing great as well. The deal is up and growing. Just threw some seeds in there. And I covered it with a little plastic saucer until they germinated, and so they did real well. Of course, scallions and oregano is doing real well. Another tarragon plant right back there. The chives are starting to bloom, just really pretty. And then all over here are my seedlings. So I have some basil here and about 3 or 4 different varieties of basil, and then peppers, a lot of different kind of peppers, and more peppers. Now these are just some summer flowers. I have some sweet william, some hollyhock, cosmos, zinnias. So I'm starting some of those indoors this year because I plan to put these out in another garden where I don't live. So I wanted to start those here, so when I move them into that garden, they'll have a good head start. Because I don't live there, I won't be able to tend to them, so I wanted to make sure to start those ahead of time instead of just planting them by seed. Okay, then just some parsley. I think I threw some scallion seeds in there too. Oregano. And then cilantro right here. I have a lot of cilantro growing in my square foot garden, so I've been using that. But I always like to plant it a little bit, every few weeks, so it will just continue to grow and have a lot of fresh growth that I can use before it starts to bolt. These are scallions which are from the fall, and they have overwintered for me. However, you see one's going to seed, so it's starting to flower, so that's just because it's an old plant. Okay, now over here, just a lot of tomatoes, just all different kind of tomatoes and some peppers. I'm growing some Scotch bonnet this year, and I'm trying out some new ones. And then of course I just have a lot of different tomatoes. I'm really growing some red beefsteak. I'll show you those in just a minute, but you can buy those at the store pretty much. But that's one of the best tomatoes, I think. It's just a good old-fashioned red beefsteak. And then just some containers waiting on some basil seed, and I'll just put basil seed right in there, or I might transplant some from what I've already started. Mint, the apple mint, just beautiful. More oregano, and then some more chives and garlic chives. Okay, they're looking really good. Then over here I have my Greenstalk up and growing. I have a lot of things in here. Turnip greens, they are up and growing. You can see those. Then we have spinach. It's up and growing. It really liked the rain that we had. This is called Chinese kale, something new I'm growing this year. And then I just put a lot of different types of lettuce seed in here. Hopefully you can see these okay. Parsley right over here. And then I have 3 fennel plants. Okay. Fennel is a wonderful vegetable to grow. And my battery is running low, but I have this entire system filled up with just a lot of wonderful things. And I'll show you my tomatoes here real quick before my battery goes out on me. Now, these are some of my bigger tomatoes that I started really early, and they are doing just really well. Most of all of these are the red beefsteak, and then I have some peppers in here too. Those are called Aleppo. So there you go. If you have any questions, please leave them down below the video, and I will be more than happy to help you. Have a beautiful day.